What's going on, guys? Nekayami here, back again today with another X and Y Wi-Fi battle. Now today I'm battling my good friend Omega. I had a team that I really wanted to test out that I've been playing around with on Pokemon Showdown, and you can see it right there. And I asked my good friend Omega if he was up for a battle, and he accepted. And this is the battle that we had. Now, looking at my team, I'm bringing a defensive wall core of Sylveon and Gastrodon with a bonus edition of Ferrothorn, who'll set up with a special attacking Mega Manectric, priority Talonflame, and my Excadrill to hazards away because I knew he was going to bring his own Ferrothorn. Now I do see a Galvantula, and my immediate thought was that's what he was going to lead with. I did not want him to lead with that. I'm terrified of Sticky Web. I can never really get around it unless I can get rid of it. I've just never had any good experience with Sticky Web. Even using it myself, it just doesn't sit well with me. I also notice he has a Mega Tyranitar, which I've got to make sure doesn't set up on me. 2 Dragon Dances and I'm done for. That Rotom Wash is also going to be a problem because that is a hard counter for my Talonflame, and I need to keep my Talonflame around because it does help me to whittle, or my Talonflame can come in late game and sweep. So with that being said, let's get into the battle. I also noticed that he's running a Latios, probably Scarf, but I really wasn't scared of this. I had several things to take care of it. Even my Sylveon. Well, Sylveon can take care of that, no problem, as long as he's not running Psyshock, but I should be able to take one hit. I lead off with my Ferrothorn, and he leads off with Latios. He's not going to be able to do anything to me, so he switches out into his own Ferrothorn, which is smart. I get up my Stout Rocks. That's just what I was going to do. I didn't care what he was going to do, honestly. I didn't care. I mean, I was just going to stay in. I knew he couldn't one-shot me, because if I'm not mistaken, Latios does not get a Fire-type move, so there wasn't much he could have done. Well, besides maybe Hidden Power, but I don't know a Hidden Power Latios is common. He goes for the Gyro Ball on the switch into my Mega Manectric, or my Manectric, which, you know, wasn't exactly the smartest move for me. There's probably, I mean, my Gastrodon probably would have been better, but at the same time, it's alright. My Mega Manectric did its job, it got in, and I'm going to be able to get off the Mega Evolution this turn. I gotta say, Mega Manectric really started to grow on me after a while. At first I thought, you know, this thing's frail and useless as all get out, and Intimidate just didn't fit it, but, you know, after a while, and seeing it being used, it actually, you know, started to grow on me a little bit. Here I went for the Flamethrower, you know, just in case the Ferrothorn stayed in, thinking I was gonna go for a Volt Switch or something, but unfortunately not, and I was kind of fishing for a burn after, you know, I realized he was gonna stay in. Here, he does get his own Megalution off. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch. I don't want to stay in on this thing because it can one-shot me. I know he can one-shot me. He is going to go for the Dragon Dance, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to bring back in my Ferrothorn because it does offer a good wall to this Tyranitar. It really does. I really wish I had Gyro Ball on this thing. It would have worked out a little bit better if he had stayed in, but unfortunately I forgot to remove the Thunder Wave for Gyro Ball. He's going to bring back in his own Ferrothorn. I went for the Lead Seed. I honestly didn't know what I was thinking. I probably could have just doubled out into something else and forced him to switch. I know he's going to get up his own Stealth Rocks at this point, so what I'm going to do is bring in my Talonflame before he gets up his rocks, just so my Talonflame can have a little bit of FaceTime before the rocks start to wreak havoc on the rest of my team. He's going to, of course, switch out here. He's not going to want to take this. He's going to go into his Rotom Wash. Roto Wash. I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz. I just couldn't pass up the opportunity here to, you know, possibly knock out the Ferrothorn. That Flare Blitz, you know, does a decent amount of damage, and it gets the burn. I honestly had forgotten that Flare Blitz had a chance to burn. I apologize for that little pop there. I don't know what was going on with my chair. But he does get the burn. I get my leftovers back. He gets his leftovers. But unfortunately, the burn is going to negate what little leftovers he got, plus a little more, unfortunately for him. I'm predicting some kind of Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, something. Nothing I want to deal with. So I'm going to switch into my Ferrothorn here, and at the same time I thought about it. but I could have switched to my Gastrodon because he couldn't have done anything to me. But at the same time, I figured Ferrothorn probably would have been better, bait him out into something else. He does go into his, after going into his Latios, he doubles out into his Nidoking and gets that little bit of Stealth Rocks damage off, which is, you know, it is what it is. He doesn't even have any recovery. I got it into my Excadrill. I double out into it because, you know, I know that he's not going to stay in on the Ferrothorn just like turn 1. So, you know, then here I have got no reason not just to stay in. I outspeed just barely. I know he's not running a Choice Scarf. I figured he wasn't running a Choice Scarf. I go for the Earthquake here, and I'm really upset that this just didn't one-shot it. I was really upset, and it really did kind of play it in a little bit. Same time, I probably could have switched to my Sylveon here, to take the incoming Draco Meteor, but then that would have scared him out into something else, and I really didn't want to deal with that. So, my Ferrothorn is able to take this hit rather nicely, not as well as I would have liked, but at the same time, I did like it. I think here, I went for the Thunder Wave. I think I might have misclicked here. I think I was going to go for the Leech Seed or the Power Whip, which don't have 100% accuracy. I don't know what I was hoping for the Paralysis. I honestly do not know. I go for the Power Whip, it does connect, and it's going to do that last 1 HP of damage, or however much. Wasn't enough to, you know, worth justifying staying in on, or bringing it out. He goes into his, Nidoking, and I'm predicting a Flamethrower here, but he goes for the Earth Power. And I was a little bit confused at first, but then I'm like, okay, that's fine. That is perfectly fine. It does get me a safe switch into my Excadrill, which since I know, or I'm guessing, I'm just gambling. I am literally gambling right now to see if he is faster than me or if I'm faster than him. I run a Jolly Excadrill, and I go for an Earthquake. I've got no reason not to. Nothing is going to want to take that very nicely. It's just going to hurt whoever comes in, and I do get off a nice, good 30% of damage off onto the Ferrothorn, which is going to help. I go back out into my Mega Manectric, get the Intimidate off, which really doesn't play into his Ferrothorn. Here he does make the good play and goes for the Leech Seed. This is going to not only get him health back, but it's also going to whittle me down and basically force me to toss him my Mega Manectric as Death Fodder in the following turns. He's going to go back out. Of course, he's going to go back into his Mega Tyranitar, which he gets that nice special defense boost in the sand. I don't know why I said storm. In the sand, I'm going to go for the Flamethrower. I knew he was going to switch out, but again, I was trying to hope for a burn. A burn would have been really nice. Would have made a lot of difference. It would have negated the Leech Seed damage, or the Leech Seed health that he gets back. I get down to 7 HP here, and, you know, there's not much I could do. Switch in for Death Fodder, but I'm just going to go for a Thunderbolt to get off as much damage as I can, and he's going to go for the Dragon Dance because he knows the Sandstorm's going to kill me at the end of the turn. Why bother doing the job when something else can do it for him? Good job on his, that was a really good play on his part. There was nothing, that was honestly nothing right there that I could do. I really don't want him to get up another Dragon Dance. But then I remembered that I had priority on my Talonflame, even though this is going to hurt a lot when I bring it in on the Stealth Rocks. I'm going to be able to finish him off by this range, no questions asked, and it does manage to take him out, which is nice. I don't have to worry about a Tyranitar setting up on me, which is a very scary thing indeed. I do get buffeted by the Sandstorm. I'm going to get my leftovers back. I really do enjoy running a bulky Talonflame instead of a Jolly Talonflame, like a lot of banded users will. I figure I've got enough speed and I've got the priority as well to be able to take care of whatever. The only thing, I go for a Brave Bird here. The only thing that Talonflame really has to worry about is Bullet Punch from a Scizor, Flare Blitz, but you're going to outspeed that anyway, and if you're a banded, you should have enough HP to live that if you're switching in on a Scizor. Otherwise you're just going to go for, otherwise you're just definitely going to go for a Roost there. And after this turn, he goes for the Pain Split, which I'm glad I didn't Roost. This would have made a huge difference because I would have been forced to switch out into something else, and this battle might have turned out differently. I decided my Talonflame wasn't, you know, it was pretty much useless at this point. I go for another Brave Bird. I'm hoping to just kind of sack this sack my Talonflame off, get a clean switch into something, and be able to finish off his Nidoking and his Galvantula, which I have yet to see at this point. My Talonflame does take the recoil and is going to, or fortunately for me, not have to take any more Sandstorm damage. Which means I do get my leftovers back and puts me up at 52 HP. Here, I'm going to go for a Roost, I believe, just so I can get my HP back. He is going to go, what's he gonna, he went for a Gyro Ball here. Maybe predicting a switch out into something else. I don't know why, but I guess it was just, or maybe it was just his only attacking move. I don't know what set he's running, but I'm gonna assume it's his only attacking move. Yeah, it is his only attacking move, because seeing Leech Seed and Gyro Ball will Stealth Rocks, and as you will see here, his last move is Thunder Wave, which he could not use after my taunt. Just smart on my part. I do get my leftovers back and gives me that extra little bit of durability. I go for the Flare Blitz, and that is of course going to knock out the Ferrothorn. 4 times effective damage is nothing to laugh at. Remember a match that I had that I got disconnected from. I was up against a Bastiodon, or Bastiodon, whatever you want to call it, and I got a Blizzard against, used Blizzard against my Gliscor, and I was terrified. 4 times damage. I lived with like 1 HP, which was terrifying to me, and then he disconnected because he figured he was going to lose after that point. At this point, I'm going to just go for a Brave Bird. I'm going for broke. I'm hoping, you know, I can get max damage, knock it out, and it lives. It lives. I died of recoil, which is perfectly fine by me. That's basically what it was going to do at the end of the turn, is get knocked out. So unfortunately for my Talonflame, it's got to go down. But then I do get a free switch into my Excadrill, which at this point is switched in 3 turns, times 2 rocks. I've still got my Air Balloon, which is nice. I go for an Earthquake. Of course, this is going to knock it out. Especially at that range. Earthquake, I think, is an Oko on a Nidoking, if I'm not mistaken, which it should be. But anyway, he is going to switch into his last Pokemon, the Galvantula. I do believe I have my Gastrodon and my Sylveon in the wings, so he's kind of holding on by threads here. I go for an Earthquake, and after Stealth Rock damage, because he doesn't have a Focus Touch, that's going to be more than enough to take him out, which puts the 3-0 victory in my favor, if I am not mistaken. Yes, it does. Guys, if you really liked this battle, please leave a like down there, and if you like this, if you have something to say, please leave a comment. It really shows your support. With all that being said, guys, my Facebook and Twitter are in the description, and guys, I will see you next time.